you. That is why I do audio checks. Thank you. It defaulted to, for whatever reason, my PlayStation defaulted to my Still series. So I'm sitting here telling you guys everything. We'll repeat it. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming through. Lions Nation, what's up, man? This is still gonna be my sliders with the wear and tear and the precipitation from ChatGPT. I am debating on using their injury sliders as well. Haven't gotten there yet. What I was telling you guys, where you couldn't hear me while I was talking muted like an idiot, is that I came down to start this stream over an hour ago, like 9:30. But recruiting on the bye week and recruiting before this game, you spend some time. Like, you go through them, you're looking at stuff, like, where do I want to spend my points? I somehow lost an hour of time. I wanted to get this stream going at like 10, and somehow it's 11. But here we are. I had a lot of fun yesterday playing both the Madden game and this one. But I'm ahead in Madden, so we're gonna go with college football here. I got everything ready to roll for Colorado State. I'm gonna ask your guys' opinion on something before we start. It's a roster thing, okay? I'm gonna ask your guys' opinion. Before we do that, though, I do want to say, because I haven't streamed much, I'm gonna try to hopefully get back in the flow of it. So I do want to say, for those here, we got some merches in now, man. We got a little bit of merch. You know, I had to rep it. Sim Gaming Revolution, man. Show off a little bit of what we got over in the merch store. If you guys want to show support, or you know, want to like let folks know you're all into sim gaming. Anyways, real quick, let's get to the chat here. What's Prince? What's going on, man? Thank you for coming through the stream. What's good, fam? I came to learn from the GOAT. I really want to be better with NCAA and Dynasty, but some areas I struggle. Bro, if you want to get better at the game, watching me is probably not going to get you there. I lose all the time, man. We did make yesterday competitive, and we had a chance to tie it at the end, but I threw an interception. But we're having fun, so that's important. Lions Nation says, I have been using your All-Pro sliders in my Madden franchise on away games, changing the difficulty to all Madden, but leaving everything else the same. It's actually so good. Really? So that means you're using my exact All-Pro setup on simulation style on all Madden. So you're not doing all Madden competitive, or are you switching the game style to competitive too? If you could give me some clarity. Danny, what's up, man? Finally been able to catch it live. Hey, I appreciate you for taking the time to come through, man. Like, everyone's busy, and the fact that you're busy and you're like, hey, I'm gonna check out this stream, man. That means a lot to me. So before we get the game started, I want to talk to you guys, get your guys' opinion about a roster. So a roster depth chart move potentially. So if you missed it yesterday, you weren't here. I've been starting Chuba Purdy. I don't know how to say it. Chuba, whatever. Brock Purdy's little brother. And he did okay, right? And the reason I'm starting him is because of the physicals, right? He's got downhill, he's got extender, he's got option king, he's got dot. He's got mobile resistance, and the star dev trait doesn't really matter. You know, he's a senior, right? But he's got all those physical abilities. And so even though he's a 73 overall, I started him over AJ because even though AJ is rated slightly higher, the physicals don't line up at all, right? And then we got our freshman redshirt Anthony Walter, who's got no physicals, no mental abilities. And again, they're all rated so similarly, right? 72, 73, 74. The speed is very similar. Accelerate, change of direction, throw power's the same. Like, a lot of stuff's really similar. And then we got our true freshman, Carter Jones. No physical abilities, you know, whatever. He's a 71. You know, and I'm sitting here thinking, okay, Does it make sense to roll with the senior who's got all these abilities to try to win us some games? Because the way I got to look at it, you look at it two ways, right? Do I start the younger guys to try to develop them from playing? Or do you start the guy who you believe gives you the best chance of winning to try to improve your recruiting class? And I know we're only one game in, right? So this doesn't have to be right now. I just wanted to know your guys' thoughts. Like what you guys are thinking. Lions Nation, that's interesting, man. I'll have to try that out. The big thing for me with all Madden on simulation is, I don't know if you were in here yesterday when I talked about it, is the user's pass rush always gets stonewalled by the CPU. There's no pocket push, right? There's a stonewall and then there's some sort of a shed, but there's no push. They'll go and they'll just not move, and it's either they eventually win with some spin move or rip move, or they'll never win at all, but the pocket doesn't collapse on the quarterback, which is not realistic. So let me know if that's present when you switch over there. I appreciate the kind words, Danny. Mr. Rugged, what's going on, man? Good morning. Thank you for coming through. Mark, hey, it's Jen. I appreciate the ChatGPT sliders. I edited a little bit myself, and now I have had the best experience when it comes to playing my Baylor Dynasty. Hell yeah, bro. I'm disappointed in the fact that my sliders that I dropped didn't give you that best experience, but I'm glad that I was able to drop something for you that got you there. You haven't noticed you have to watch out for it? Okay, please, because that's the one thing that stands out to me more than anything on All Madden. Lions Nation, bro, you donated a whole bunch yesterday, man. Thank you so much. $2 super chat. Just supporting, man. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you. So anyway, think about what you guys, what you would do, or if you've been in that situation with me. Do you start the younger guys to try to get them better, knowing that also if you don't win enough games, they could just jump in the portal and leave? Or do you start the slightly better upperclassmen to try to win you some games to help your recruiting class? I'm looking for feedback on that. But now that we kind of got that out of the way, let's get a game going here. Let's switch over to the big screen. And we got Colorado State. We're starting off the season with back-to-back home games. I'll show you guys our schedule real quick. I don't think I covered this, and I should have. So we had Louisiana Tech at home, winnable game, lost it. Offense was just didn't get going to the second half. It was too little, too late. Mistakes. Now we got this game against Colorado State, and then we're going to head on the road to Tulsa. Then we're going to head on the road to Utah State. Then we get another bye week. Then we're going to head on the road to Hawaii. So we got 3 straight road games before hosting the Lobos. And then heading to where I lived for a decade and was just at for 2 months, Colorado Springs, to play Air Force. And then we get to host Northern Illini Huskies and UTEP Miners and San Jose State, who is giving us some real competition in recruiting for like 5 different players, man. So that's going to be a big one. But we get 3 straight games at home later in the year after 3 straight on the road. And then we're going to finish off at Wyoming and at UNLV. So again, a schedule that we should ideally be able to go 500. We should be able to split this and go 6-6. Ultimately, the goal, I would love to go 7-5. 6-6 is like more realistic, but even if we go 5-7, I won't be upset. And we're 69 overall. Lion says, I think if you don't have a bowl-ready team, start the young guys, and if it's just belt to ass, then switch. Right, and that's just the thing. It's how long do I want to start the young guys first and then go to the vets, or not the vets, but the upperclassmen, or vice versa, right? So far, I'm doing the the vets first, the upperclassmen first, because I risk losing those young guys anyway if we don't get our if we don't get a couple wins under our belt for, you know, championship prestige, stuff like that, championship contender. Yeah, I like the redshirt a lot of guys too, even though that they could still leave via the transfer portal. I love that they finally added some of the legit alternates for Colorado State, like the white helmet. This is so clean, man. I'll probably use Colorado State next year. I love their jerseys. The reason they didn't have this alternate in there, so that they didn't really have anything. I don't like their state pride jerseys. I don't like it when it's a completely different color scheme. I don't like that's why I also don't like the Egg Day, right? So they really just had these jerseys, and then the home, the jersey, the upper jersey just changed. That's it. See, this is their original. That's all it was. So I was like, that's boring to me. But we're, again, not touching Egg Day, not touching State Pride. Now we get the all white version, so it's like, all right, at least I can go all white, right? But we're gonna do the all white option for sure. For them, that is so clean, and for us, we are gonna switch this up. We rocked this last game, so we are gonna switch it up. What do we want to switch here? Let's go jersey. I guess we gotta stay with the blue jersey. We're just gonna get blued out. We're gonna go all blue. There we go. All right. Here we go. Let's get after it, man. Alright, we cannot have a slow start like we did against Louisiana Tech, man. We can't have a 0 on the scoreboard at halftime. Especially when we're at home. Like, what are we doing? I do like that we are on defense first. Alrighty. Lions Nation says, this was my first year buying 2K since I was in high school 15 years ago. It made me realize how bad EA is. If 2K could compete, I think franchise players would drop. The thing is, I agree, 2K has a lot more to it as far as bells and whistles, but a lot of it doesn't work very well, man. They give us all the progression, you know, sliders and stuff like that, but out the box, it's really, really bad. And we shouldn't have to spend as much time as we do trying to get progression to be realistic. Same with the contract sliders. Contract sliders out the box are just not good. And then things we can control. CPU logic for draft and qualifying offers and stuff like that is just not very good. Oh no! What a throw. Damn. Our defense, which was so good against Louisiana Tech, of following our game plan of make them drive down the field, no big plays. And we give up a touchdown on the second play of the game. I hate that because now it already puts pressure on our offense. Here, I was thinking our defense was going to go out there, not necessarily get a 3 and out, but, not give up any points. Yo, Sim, thank you for coming through, my guy. I appreciate you. This is my Heisman set. This is not the ChatGPT. This is my Heisman set that I released back on December 10th. But I did grab the ChatGPT wear and tear and the ChatGPT precipitation sliders because they looked so good. So I incorporated that into this. Otherwise, this is my most recent Heisman set from December 10th. And we had a heck of a game yesterday against Louisiana Tech. We lost 23-16 in a game where we just missed opportunities. Yeah, they took a shot and hit early, and that's the thing. I play a lot of rush 4, play zone, play coverage, make them go on 9-10 play drives, try to increase the opportunity of them making a mistake. And that worked against Louisiana Tech. We were in a zone on that play too. They just beat us. And then the other thing against Louisiana Tech, we had 0 points at halftime. We scored 16 in the second half. Okay, I shouldn't be able to get that pitch off. EA's definitely got to fix that. I mean, I still lost 8 yards, but God. That was not a good call on second and 5. Apparently, trying to run an option there, they were just all for it. I mean, what are we gonna do? JB at a Yosim game, and you joined the Discord about 30 minutes ago. Hell yeah, man! That's awesome. Glad you're there. Should be able to find everything you need. We got sections for all the roster. I missed my hole. God dang it. I have a thing for official video releases for all the games, so you don't have to go searching on my YouTube. They're just all right there. Jam, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming through. All right, let's try this again here. Let's try to just run the defense that we're supposed to run, man. God, and that's one of those things too. We had a good first down play on offense, and that option play just screwed it. On Madden Sim, I am currently on. So for the first 2 games of my Browns franchise I just started, I've actually been on my All-Pro set. I'm gonna do the ChatGPT set to play around with it in a separate franchise. Like, I'm not gonna like get going in that franchise, or what do I want to say this? I don't want to play or try ChatGPT in my actual franchise, and because it could ruin the experience if it doesn't play well, right? Or I don't like it, it could just make me frustrated. So I want to stick with what I know, which is my All Madden and my All Pro sliders for now. And then once I play with a ChatGPT once, because I haven't yet, and know that it is okay, I might go ahead and try it in my franchise. But I'm 0-2 in Madden. The gameplay's been good, other than the CPU can't run the ball. So I just haven't had felt a reason to try the other ones yet. The plan was that I was gonna kind of mix between my All Madden and All Pro sliders in my Browns franchise. But Browns have a really tough schedule to start, right? Bengals, then Ravens, then Packers, then Lions. And so if I'm losing on All Pro, I'm not going to the All Madden ones. God dang it. Braden Fowler. Alright, we're gonna give him a little bit of, we haven't we've been running a lot of zone. We're going to go to a little bit of man. We need to see if we can get a little pressure on this guy with our 4-man rush. We got pressure against Louisiana Tech, and it made a big difference. I haven't. So I will say I played the... Get him down. I brought in... When I played Madden yesterday, I brought in the ChatGPT wear and tear sliders because I liked the wear and tear for... I brought in the ChatGPT wear and tear, but I incorporated the one from college football. I liked what it gave for college football more than what it did for Madden. And so I just... Get him. Pick that. Oh my God. Thank you. So when I played Madden yesterday, I used the college football ChatGPT sliders for wear and tear. Not the ones for Madden. What did he discover with impact blocking? I'm very curious. All right, here we go. We have an opportunity to hold him to 3. We'll bring 1 here. We'll go 5. Bring a little bit of pressure. 1 extra guy. And we're not getting any pressure. He has all day to throw. Gotta be kidding me, man. That's the worst. When you bring an extra guy, look at our pressure that we don't get. We have 5-on-5. And he has all day. Yeah, you're going to eat a zone alive if that's the pressure we're going to get. That's going to put us in a really tough situation of having to blitz and bring extra guys. And when you do that, you can't sit back and play coverage the way we want to. Getting pressure with our front 4 is kind of key for our defense to be successful with the scheme that we're running. See if we can't turn it around. There's pressure. There's a sack. Oh, that's even better. Oh, okay. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take the sack. We'll take the... I mean, I obviously would have preferred if we picked up the football, but that was pretty ideal there. And we're gonna sit back in a Tampa 2. We're gonna protect the end zone, and let's hold them to 3 here. There we go. That is what we want. That's how our defense is supposed to operate. Make them go on long drives where they could make a mistake via a sack, via a penalty, something, right? And we just went from them most likely scoring a touchdown to 3 points. Yeah, you can do all the stunts in college football. I typically don't run stunts my first drive. Or shells either. I like to try to get an idea of what they're doing. And since their first drive was 2 plays, I kind of considered this the first drive. I kind of like to get an idea of what they're doing offensively before I start incorporating, especially shells. He said it controls how long a block can stay connected. I tried it and I'm seeing some good things, even on kick returns. I'll send you a clip. Can you elaborate on that? So you're saying the higher the impact block for wear and tear is set, the more they block, like the better the blocking? Or can you just... I just hit the wrong play. Can you just so I understand, can you elaborate? Like, so what's the difference if you have it low, what are you going to see versus if you have it high? As far as gameplay impact. I'm very curious on this. Here we go. That's one thing that I personally haven't done, and I don't know if anybody has done, is really test wear and tear settings for impacts on gameplay. Okay, so he has it high, and you're getting extra, really good blocking. I believe the ChatGPT said to put impact blocking, I believe this is on 55 for college football. In Madden, I think it's a lot higher. I'm pretty sure ChatGPT had the wear and tear like way up. But I don't remember. I just know that I liked the numbers on college football better. As far as like how I thought it made sense. Oh, what a dot! Let's go! Let's go! We are in business, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, Sim, that could be revolutionary if true. I mean, especially for just having like great games the next 5 months right before the new one, as well as of how things go in 27. There appears to be more of a fight between the two players. Does it show me here what we're on? It's not going to show it. I'm pretty sure impact blocking here is on 55, but I feel like impact block, I don't know if it's 75 on the ChatGPT Madden ones, but I think it's higher. Either way, I definitely want to try that. So what's the, okay, so you saw it on kick returns, saw better blocking on kick returns. How does it impact blocking, or maybe you don't know this, but like just random running plays for the user and for the CPU? Because I will say the running game was very, very balanced for me in the CPU in our game yesterday against Louisiana Tech. That running back went 19 carries for 120 something yards. Get to the corner, we're too slow. And our guys averaged like 4 yards a carry. We're at the 2-yard line, man. What do we want to run here, you guys? Wildcat? I think we're going to run the Wildcat. Lions, you have to stay in control the whole time? Okay. I thought so, but at least it's an option. Like, there is a workaround, you know? All right, let's get a touchdown here. We're going to get in. Oh, my God, we're going for this, you guys. We're at the 1-yard line. We got an injury timeout. We're going to let this run. Quarter's over. We are going for this, y'all. We are at home. We're already down 10-0. Oh, we are going to have to call a play. Oh, because the injury, I suppose. Do I want to sneak it or do I want to hand it off? Oh, they're ready for the sneak. We're going to call timeout. So, did you feel like it impacted the CPU's run-pass ratio, Sim? Because I will say, when I played the Ravens, they ran it combined between Derrick Henry and whoever their other back is. They ran it 13 times for 15 yards. So not only did they not run it very much, they weren't successful. So I'm curious, when you played, how many carries did the Ravens have? Were they running the ball more? All right, we're gonna come back out in this quarterback sneak, but we might audible out of it if we need to. They're ready for it. I want to run to that side. Yep. All right, here we go. No, we're gonna get stopped. Damn it. No, I didn't put in the traits, man. I don't have time. I love the idea, but I got so much I'm going on that I got going on right now. Big projects in 2K. I gotta make the updated CPU versus CPU sliders for Madden. I got some videos I gotta make, and my job at work has changed completely. Good pass defense, so I don't have nearly the amount of time that I used to. And so I haven't done the traits. I was just like, it's great and I love it and I've enjoyed when I have done it. I was just trying to get in a game. They just ran it right down our throats when we were in. Yeah, we're gonna blitz, and we're gonna go cover 3 shell. We're gonna pinch. That sucks. We got all the way down there and got stopped at the goal line. Shoot. But you gotta risk it to get the biscuit, you know? I will say I'm proud of our offense for getting all the way down there, considering I don't want to blitz that many guys. We'll just do this one right here. And we will run the cover 3 look. We're going to protect underneath. Shade underneath. Oh, we went deep. No! Our defense is just getting cooked right now. Unbelievable, y'all. Wow. He goes deep right there? I shaded underneath. We were manned up. And he just goes for it. The reason I went for it on 4th and goal from the 1 yard line, whatever it was, is like, all right, if we don't get it, they're backed up. We'll stop them and we'll get the ball back at like the 45 or 50. Wasn't anticipating or expecting or even thinking they were going to score 3 plays later. So much pressure is on our offense now. Unbelievable, man. What happened to our defense from last week? We can't get one-dimensional yet. I know we're down 17-0. But there is a lot of time left in this game. You guys saw we had a chance to tie last week after being down 23-0. That's not going to get it done, though. No. I hate this. 3rd and 7 is not the down and distance we want to be in. Especially when we had 5 yards on 1st down. Nothing there. Yo, Scoop, what's going on, brother? How you doing, my guy? I gotta put some faith in our defense. I think your Lions, to answer your question, I think that's a long walk to get a very small drink of water. I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze on that, man. to edit all players, right? Because you have to edit all players for all 32 teams, and there's 55 on there. You're editing all players. That's going to take you an unbelievable amount of time. Juice ain't going to be worth the squeeze. There's no global edit option like there is in 2K. Get a little. We got pressure. There we go. Let's go, defense. Yeah, it's definitely not. If Madden ever brought in a global edit option, so you could just be like, hey, we're gonna go and nerf XYZ. But then again, you'd have to do it by positions, right? And I don't even know where you do. Awareness is so important in Madden, and so is ball carrier vision. So you really can't touch those two. So are you gonna just mess with strength? I mean, in every position, different things matter. So it's like, how do you even decide like what you're gonna edit for players? I wouldn't even know. And every single player has all these ratings that don't even apply to them, right? Kind of talked about this yesterday. It's all coming back. Shoot. Just trying to draw. See if we can't get a little 7-yard pickup, although they are I don't like this look, but it's too late to audible. Run right into him. I didn't like that look at all. Who's going to the Super Bowl? Well, according to what is it that dude that goes around, what's his name? Oz the whatever, that like unlocks people's phones, figures out their passcodes, stuff like that. According to him, what a catch! What a catch! Rams are beating the Broncos 23-16. According to him, that was a preseason pick. What a catch, y'all! Oz the Mentalist, is that it? That's his name? He says Rams are going and winning. Yeah, Oz Mentalist. And I mean, so the fact is that during the beginning of the year, preseason, he picked two teams to play in the Super Bowl who are still alive going into championship, conference championship Sunday is impressive on its own. Good blocks downfield. Let's get a 3rd and inches. I'll take it. We'll take that. We're in 4-down territory here too. Let's do this. Remember, we get the ball to start. There's a big run. There's a good enough run. We get the ball to start the second half. So yes, we are down 17-0. But we score here, we get a stop. Oh man, I don't think he's gonna scream up on Bellin. Let's hope not. Doesn't. All that for nothing. 1 yard. Ridiculous. Let's try it. Let's try a little Wildcat, man. I know we tried it the one time. It didn't really work. We're going to run the option with 2 running backs. That works. Let's go. Let's go. We are in business. We are in business again for points. Offense is looking a lot better this week than last week. I will say that much. The defense just happened to regress. What a cut back, by the way. We got first and goal again. We got to get points this time too. There's no way we can't come out of here with some points. Oh, okay. And we're just gonna be going deep in the playbook here, man. We gotta do something. We're at the 8. There we go. There we go. Get in. Third and goal from the 1. Goal line. We're just gonna QB sneak it. See, this time they came out, I think we're gonna be good here with the way they have this one set up. Yep, we got it. Before they had the 2 right over the top there, and I was like, nope, you can't do it. That time we got in. Let's go. Good offensive drive. Again from our squad. Getting creative offensively there with the jet pass, the wildcat option. And we had the big pass play, man. 11 play drive. Love that. Wear that defense down. Yeah, where are you at where you had that ice storm? I know it was like half the country, but we're just cold up here in North Dakota, man. It is currently -16 pre-wind chill. So wind chill, I think we're like -30, -35. I don't want to leave the house. Nope. Glad you're all right where you're at, though. I know a lot of those areas aren't set up for like ice storms and stuff because they happen so rarely. That's a big time defensive play. And now we're gonna run a little cover 4 palms. Hit him with a stunt. All right, we got 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. We'll just go Tampa 2. Tampa 2. Stunt in the middle here. Need pressure. That's going to be the key. We need to get some pressure to force a throw. Oh, they chipped. Oh, there we go. Off target throw. Let's go. Hey, you're over in Fargo? Bro, I just spent the night in Fargo. Literally spent the night in Fargo on Wednesday. At the Days Inn right by the airport. Oh, shoot. That's wild. That's awesome. Yeah, I had a work conference down in Sioux Falls, and was coming back from it on Wednesday. Got to Fargo at 6, and was gonna head north on I-29 up to Grand Forks. I'm in Minot, and made it up to whatever that little town is. It starts with an H there, Harwood or something like that. I don't know. I was like, nah, my truck was just kind of fishtailing back and forth, and I was like, yeah, this is not happening. So spent the night in Fargo. Not the first time I spent the night in Fargo. You know. But first time in a while that I've spent the night in Fargo. My buddy played, my childhood friend, 30 years, played baseball at NDSU, man. And actually, on his bachelor party in 2012, one of his good friends who accompanied us is Carson Wentz's big brother. So that was kind of cool. No, that's really cool that I actually have people from North Dakota tuning into the stream that aren't like my own personal friends, right? Because I figure anybody from North Dakota is such a small state that anybody who would watch me would just be my personal friends, you know? So that's very cool that that you're over in Fargo and you found me and you are watching, man. That's awesome. Super cool. Oh. I'm from Williston personally. That's where I was born and raised. Lived in Colorado for a long time. But I've been back up in North Dakota for 14 years. Holy smokes. Didn't realize it till just now. But yeah, bachelor party, we were down at the OB. What a catch! Oh, I thought he caught it. We went and hung out at the OB. Oh, man. That was a good time, too. I thought he was going to catch this. Hit as he threw it. Oh, yeah, I know Brent personally, bro. I grew up with him and his brother, Brian, man. Brian was a year younger than me. We played basketball. I played basketball and baseball. Well, I didn't play baseball with Brent, but I played basketball with both of them. Baseball, I played with Brian. He was on my team. We hosted the we played in the World Series when we were 15, and Brian was on my baseball team. Brent, a couple years younger, but I know Brent very well. Friends on Facebook, stuff like that, you know. Yep, grew up with the qualities, man. I thought he made a catch here. Oh, right there. Just hang on to it. Just hang on to it. I mean, it's a tough catch. Oh, man. Right there. Yo, JD, what's going on, bro? You know, I can't complain. Other than it's freezing cold, and tomorrow's Monday. But, yeah, it's a good day, man. We're having a good time playing NCAA. Good vibes. Your brother pitched against Brent growing up, dude, 6'7" at 50. Yeah, dude, they were both enormous at that age. And when Brian was a senior in high school, Brent was a sophomore. The basketball team started both of them. Okay. They should have won the state title game that year. They lost. I believe in the championship to Bismarck, who had Luke Martinez, who's also, you know, goated. So. All right, no points before half. Just do what we do. We get the ball to start the second half. Let's just do a little. This isn't really even a blitz, right? We're still bringing only 4 people. Just a different look to force that throw. That's exactly what we want to do. We're going to call timeout. We got 1 timeout. We don't have any timeouts left. If they do something stupid, we'll give ourselves a chance to we're gonna cover I couldn't get anything in time. Shoot. Let's give them this look though. Only brought 3. Dang it. Oh, you're down in South Alabama? Nice. longtime friend of the channel, is down in South Alabama. Well, I don't know if it's South Alabama, but Alabama. I gotta remember the name of it though. The name of the town he's in. It's not very big. It's like 20,000 people. What have I been enjoying more, College Football 26 or Madden 26? I mean, now that I'm finally getting into my franchises, I'm enjoying both of them. But I will say, gameplay-wise, so far, College Football has been better gameplay because the CPU has been able to run the football. Right? That's the thing in Madden. Both games I played, the Bengals and the Ravens, they didn't run the ball very many times, and then when they did, they couldn't do it. They were unsuccessful. All right, we have no timeouts and 11 seconds left, so maybe we can get a big return. Big return and give us a chance for a field goal. Not happening. Dang it. What's coach suggestion here? Kneel? Nah, we're not kneeling. We'll run some sort of screen. Not a halfback screen necessarily, but do we have anything cool here? Let's try this. Oh, we're gonna take a delay game. Fun. I didn't feel like I was in the play call screen that long, but alright. I don't think 5 yards is really going to make or break what's going to happen here. Oh, okay. Now we're at halftime. Cool. He is in. Let me look real quick. Tell you what city he's in. Alexander City. Oh, you mean to have the CPU match up with the user, like what you're doing for the CPU for CPU? Uh-oh. I was taking too much time. Alright, this is gonna work. We're gonna get like 3 yards. Exactly 3 yards. When you're just matching up, you're just doing it like we talked about for CPU versus CPU, right? You just took control of CPU. Ooh. We might have a look here. Oh, we're gonna have Turner in the flat. No, we're not. I should have scrambled with that. They were in man, and we would have had. We could have ran for a ways. Joshua Garrett asks a great question. Colorado State has 260 passing yards in the first half. Well, what adjustments are we going to make in the second half? Well, ideally we don't give up a 80-yard touchdown pass and a 95-yard touchdown pass. That would be the first big thing. man again. I was not expecting man again there. We did not run a good man beater. Good defense by them. I gotta do better. Okay, so, and is that on the All Pro or the All Madden set too, by the way, Lions? Take away those 2 huge plays. I mean, we're all right. We're going to run this cover 1 hole. We are going to show the blitz, but we're going to show cover 2. And they ran it. I don't know what. CPU just runs the ball so much better in college football than they do in Madden. And I don't understand why. We're blitzing. We're going to go cover 0, and we are blitzing. But that means we gotta press up, jam with the receivers. Dang it. Quick throw. Alright, so I'm just going to make sure I got you. So you're using the All-Pro set, mine, not ChatGPT, and all you are doing is the auto subs that I apply for the user. You are taking control of the CPU, setting the auto subs for them the exact same, staying in control of that team while you play them, and they are running the ball significantly better than when you don't do that. Correct? Let's go here. I like the stunt up the middle, man. I don't really like the outside stunts, especially because my impact player is just an edge rusher out there. Let's go. Good defense. Here we go. 3rd and 14. This is where we like to be, man. We're going to go dime here. 3rd and 14. I don't think I want to do anything too crazy. We're going to just run this cover 6. And we're gonna protect against the sticks. There we go. This is the defense that I was expecting. This is the defense that we had against Louisiana Tech. And with the exception of 2 huge pass plays, this is the defense we've been getting today. Now, our offense has moved the football. Today. Can we just get some more points out of it? That's the big thing. Oh, I'm lucky. I am so lucky. We're in him with the screen. I haven't read a lot of screens this day. Yo, Josh, I appreciate that, man. Joshua Garrett loves the channel. Big time stop there. Let's get a score. Hell yeah, let's do it. Oh, I lofted it too much. That's a touchdown if I don't do that. God dang it. I caught him in man and it was there. But I floated it. And it allowed the D lineman to get over there. All right, we're gonna make them show that. Oh, I can't move him. Okay, I guess I can't move my guy. We picked that. Oh, and he stays in bounds too. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? He makes that intercept. He runs the route for my guy. I'm just trying to loft it up there. He makes that catch and doesn't go out of bounds. Are you shitting me? EA's got to show the defense they were in when there's a score. Enough of that bullshit where, oh, there's a score, we can't show you what they were in. That's ridiculous. See, this is the stuff EA's got to fix too. This defender, he's got outside leverage. I understand he's got outside leverage. But you don't know what I'm doing. He turns and runs my route. I mean, you don't know if this is a corner route. What if this was a deep in? Or excuse me, a deep out? A sharp, he runs the route. And it's not just him. Look at number 13. He turns and runs the route for this guy. Runs the route. Let's look at this one. Sits right. I mean, how do you have perfect coverage all the way across the board? Like running routes for guys. Not a single guy breaks open here. Look at this one. This is why it feels like EA cheats. How do you have every single player for their team? Look at this. You don't know what my guy's running. There's no read and react. This is run the route for him. Every single player has their route ran for them. There was nowhere for me to go with this football. Solo, you're 100% right. Yeah, the AC 100% right as well. I mean, I'll give you one or two can be locked up, but there should have been at least one guy that was like, oh, he's open and I just threw it to the wrong guy. Locked up. Double teamed. I literally took the best option, floated up on a corner route, and instead of my guy making a play, this guy's in perfect position, intercepts it, comes down, doesn't step out of bounds, and house call. Tony, welcome to SGN Nation, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for sponsoring the channel. That is big time. Everyone shout out Tony. That is just unbelievable to me. I like to go to instant replay to see where I messed up. I don't think I messed up. I think the game just decided we're cheating on that play. That's literally indefensible. That's indefensible from a programming standpoint. That they run the routes for every single player when their ratings are 73, 71, 70, 75. So, I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? Every single player had their route ran for them. Oh my God, EA. You can do so many things right, but it's these things that just kill it. That just kill it. I don't mind losing. Y'all saw me lose yesterday. I was getting destroyed all day. I ended up making it close. I was losing because I was making mistakes. I was losing before that play happened. But that right there just, you know, that's not on me. So now instead of down 10 points, I'm down 17 points in the third. And it was a play that I felt like there's nothing I could have done. Not a single person open. Tough Carter, what's going on, bro? How you doing, my guy? We're gonna run it. I feel like they happen a lot on third down. Oh, we're gonna I gotta call timeout. Because if you put a guy in motion With it under 8 seconds, it's an automatic false start. Most bullshit thing they could have ever added to the game is that. Oh, hey, if you move a guy in motion under this amount of time, which we see happen all the time in real world football, they go in motion at the last moment, it's an automatic false start, which wouldn't be a huge deal. We're going for it. It's 4th and inches, we're down, we're going for it. Wouldn't be a big deal if it happened to the CPU too, but it doesn't. You can't incorporate something like that if it's never going to happen to the CPU. In my opinion, anyway. I tried to stiff arm, couldn't get it. I'll take the big run though. Let's get him out. Alright, so I don't think Henry's going to be open. I think we're going to have Thomas. Good catch. We'll take the 4. We'll run this way. Need to be 24-17 to start the 4th. That's probably not going to happen, but if we can get 24-14, we'll take that. And we're going to get really close on this play right here. Gotta punch this in. No field goal here. We 100%. Now I'm going to come back to the RPO. Right here. We 100% need 6 here. What are you going to do over there? Let's go. Got it. Alright, so I'm for sure going to have our 14 unless I choke the extra point. There is time, like Joshua just suggested, to get it to 24-17, but our big focus isn't going to be that necessarily. It's just going to be stops and scores at this point. Plenty of time left. And our defense has played good in the second half. Ultimately played really well, other than those 2 pass plays that have gone for 180 yards combined. Alright, back in the game. Let's get a 3 and out here. Let's get our own turnover. We have it. We need an interception, man. Can we get our own turnover? CPU wants to cheat so much. Give us one. Now they're at the 50 in 2 plays. Let's get out of that formation. They very well could. They should. But that's not always how it works. Man, they are just walking the football down the field right now on us. And I did not want to be in that cover 0 look. What I do want to do is... Alright, they're not in field goal range yet. Let's keep them out of field goal range. We need a turnover. They are creeping up on field goal range right now. I don't like this at all. Got a little pressure. There we go. 3rd and 3. Oh my God. We are going to blitz. We gotta press if we're gonna blitz. Someone come through. We've just blitzed way too much to 4th and inches. I don't understand how we blitz. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We brought 6, I guess. And we didn't even get a free rusher. They must have had 6 blocking. They could miss this. They missed it. Thought we were going to block it, but they missed it. Okay. Okay. Let's get back to the pistol, man. We're doing good in the we're doing good offensively out of the pistol. Let's take a look at our wear and tear. We're solid. I haven't monitored it all game. I probably should. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're moving the football. I kind of just want to stay in the pistol as long as we're in down and distance. That works. I want to stay in this pistol. And just, yep, they're in man. Hit that hole. Boom. There we go. First down. Doubles off. Let's try this. Yeah, I've never seen that either. I wasn't even paying attention to my control. I could have pressed triangle, but I didn't think that was going to happen, so I wasn't in position with my hands to do that, but we could have blocked it, potentially returned it. We'll get to the 4th quarter here. Think about what we want to do here. Probably run that RPO. We need a big we need like 7 or 8 yards right here. We're 2nd and 9. I'd like to have a 3rd and short. We get 5 or 6 yards. We can have a 3rd and all right, I wanted to run an RPO. That's not the one I was going to run, but I'll take it. 2nd and 9. Golly, man, you can't lose a yard on a freaking RPO. That shouldn't happen. Okay. 3rd and 10, not where we want to be. We might have a one-on-one. How's this looking to be blocked up here? Might have a one-on-one on the outside. Oh no! He has an option. This is what makes me so frustrated about EA2. This mofo has an option route, which means he is supposed to read the defense, and he can choose to take it upfield, or he can choose to turn it inside. Why would he turn this inside? You have one defender. Like, why would you run? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it weird, but to me, I'm throwing this thinking I'm going to carry him to like right here. Right? Stayed vertical. I throw this thinking I can put it somewhere around this hash. This safety's not going to be able to make a play on that. This safety's not going to be able to make a play on that. But this dude decides to he chooses to run all the way over here, which carries my pass all the way over. Had the flat with the running back. I did. I did. I do feel like, though, we should have had the big play there. Put the option route. No, they really gotta... Again, that comes down to AI. EA really has struggled with AI, period, in their games. And I understand they want to have players make mistakes and stuff, like to feel the difference. I'm all for that. But this has been a logic issue on Madden with NFL players. They gotta reprogram the AI logic. Just straight up. We're gonna bring... We're gonna run 4, but we're gonna just give them a different look here. Oh, I don't like that our best pass rusher's dropping into coverage. There we go, off target throw. 3rd and 9, we can dial something up. We are gonna dial... Oh, I don't want to dial that up. We're gonna dial up the linebacker blitz 3. Need to get something. We need to get something quick. Need to get a guy bursting through. They ran it. All right. I don't want to stay heavy on blitzes because our secondary is not good. So if we don't get home, right, they're gonna feast. I will blitz with a down and distance that kind of I have a little bit more room for error, right? Like right there we blitzed because it was 3rd and long. Oh, there we go. Big time run. I'll blitz on that, and then I can stay in the zone defense look as well. Which shouldn't give up the huge play. I mean, it did in the first quarter, but ideally it's what we can do, keep everything in front of us. And now we were able to play field position. And we are now almost in field goal range. We're at a 51-yarder right now. And we should get the tight end underneath. Oh, what a block, 26. That I was not expecting that at all from him. What a block. We gotta look at that one again, y'all. That was a big time block. I was just trying to go quick. I've been running the ball a lot. I was like, let's just go quick. Catches it right here, and then look at 26 just lay the wood, man. We are in, 3rd and 1 here. I think we're in 4-down territory. We don't need the 4 downs. We got it. Here we go. We're going to need a field goal anyway. So we are in field goal range. So now it's like, all right, be aggressive, but don't risk taking points off the board. Because we're going to need a field goal no matter what. Let's go. We've been running the ball a lot. No, that's a bad throw. I wanted to bring him over to the sideline, and I just gave him a very bad throw. You know what I want to run? I want to run a little wildcat. We ran that option in the first half, and it worked. We're not going to run an option play here. We need to block this guy. But we're going to see if we can't block it up to the outside. Let's go, Hayes. Let's go. Woo. Big time. Who got hurt for them? They're Mike linebacker. All right, we got to attack that. Attack the middle. I need that little Not the play I wanted with the Z under, but that'll go right into his... Oh, no, we're going to run this. They gave it a look for us to run that. All right, I like this play call here. Play action with Henry screaming across. They're probably in man, but we'll see. Oh, oh no. We had it. I think we had it. All right, run a little pick play here for Floyd. Good play. That's a good defensive play. We'll take our 3. We needed the 3 anyway. God, don't we miss this. It's not on a good hash mark for this. Sigh of relief, because I miss a lot of field goals in this game. If y'all haven't seen it, you're lucky. I miss a lot. All right. Now how big is that pick 6? The Psychic DB pick 6. How big is that? Our defense hasn't given up any points in the second half. We have settled in, executed the way we need to execute. They missed a field goal. I will tell you this much, man. We have not had any success when we've ran that penny formation. I gotta stop going to that. Need a turnover. All right. Man up here. Got some pressure. Pick it. Threw it into coverage. Threw it into coverage. Where we at 3rd and 5? I gotta stay man here. I gotta stay man. And we're just gonna run a stunt in the middle. Got a little pressure. No. Dang it. Shoot. They're creeping up on field goal range. They're right there at field goal range, man. Yeah, they're running a lot of quick stuff, which is why I tried manning up a little bit. But we didn't get any pressure with our front 4. He caught that. And now they're in field goal range. This is not ideal. I don't understand. I'm running man against these RPOs and we're getting destroyed. That shouldn't happen, right? Now they're on a screen. It's a good play call. It's a good. They've done a really good job on this drive. I can't even pretend like they haven't called an excellent drive here. The quick stuff, I'm trying to take it away. I'm switching to man instead of zone. Good big time stop. Either way, we're not going to have enough time left, I don't think, to score 10 points. Unless we got a quick score. We really need a turnover here. Great play call. Yeah, man. The man. I switched to man to take away the underneath. Quick underneath, and they were just killing us with those RPOs on the outside, even though I felt like I was calling plays to take that away. This game's going to come down to missed opportunities too. It's going to come down to that pick 6. That was honestly horse shit. It's going to come down to the 4th and goal from the 1 that we did not score on. And then consequently gave up a 95-yard touchdown pass 3 plays later. Why? I make the perfect read. He's supposed to come in. I don't... Again, it feels like EA does some bullshit to cheat. He is supposed to break in. And it lets the defend... Why are you doing a fake? There's nobody in front of you. Why is he doing this? Who are you faking out? You have your defender beat. Why are you doing that to let him get back into the play? And of course, I throw the football when he's right here. Look at this. I'm already in my windup. I see him wide open. I know he's breaking in. He's wide open to break in. I throw it, and when I wind up to throw it, he decides to do a little fake out and in to thin air. Let's fake to thin air so that the defender can get back in the play and break up the pass. It's literally just little things like this that make no sense. That's a 20-plus yard gain. You're not lying, man. Just little things like that just really... Like, I do everything right, and the game takes something away from me. Plays come back, and he just reads... I'm sick of the psychic DBs, man. They're in man. We've already went over their ratings. They're not good. I'm fine with everything up to this point. So, Zero's coming up right here. Look at number 4. He turns to run. He turns his back, is able to rotate his hips unrealistically fast with no out of position penalty, turns his back to the wide receiver, then instantly turns him back, reads what the wide receiver's doing, and then runs the route for him better than him. And then as we're going to continue, man defense, let's go across the board here. Locked up. We got a post corner out in man. The DB's running it for the wide receiver. Where is read and react? Where is trailing the wide receiver and putting a hand up? Look at number 7. What if number 18 goes over in the middle of the field? You don't know what he's going to do. He starts, number 7, starts fading to the outside immediately. What? Look at this. Runs their out for him. It's most likely a Heisman thing, Joshua, but the problem is AA this year, I was on AA last year. AA this year was really dumbed down. Like, it felt like you could just go through the motions and win. That's why I'm not on AA on this game. The only route that was ran that the defender didn't, like, psychic it was this one, but he's still kind of like right there. It's a linebacker on a running back, and he's still in perfect position. Perfect defense, perfect position. This is inexcusable, EA. There's got to be read and react. This is default. The sliders are at 50, with the exception of accuracy and interceptions. This should not happen. This has happened multiple times in the game, where every single player across the board on man defense reads and runs the route perfectly. And again, why is the CPU running man defense on 3rd and 10? That's not a man. That's not when you call man. You call zone on those. So it's like the CPU knows that man is overpowered and it calls it. You don't call zone on 3rd and long. Or sorry, you don't call man on 3rd and long. You just don't. Really frustrating. I feel like we should have had... This was a winnable game. You know, you take away our mistakes, but you throw in those instances of coverage from the CPU that certainly appear to be EA cheating. And it's frustrating. I want to play the team. I don't want to play cheating too. Like, there's got to be a way they can make the game be challenging without having the AI for the CPU mirror your routes, run perfect coverage. If that's the way those DBs at 73 and 75 overall are playing man defense, what does an 85 or a 90 overall corner do? How do you get better defense than that? 73 overall corners are out here looking like Darrelle Revis. Prime Darrelle Revis. Prime Dion. At that point, what are the higher rated corners going to do? The only time we have any offensive success is when they run zone, like they did just right there. Appreciate it. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do about that because it's a man defense thing. It's not a zone defense. Zone defense is fine. Zone defense is in a really good spot. It's a man defense thing, which is a programming thing. That's not how man defense should look. Jeez, freaking criminy. There should be some trailing. They should be behind the wide receiver, and their defense should be to get a hand up and swat it, which we have seen at times, and it's looked really good. But they can't be running routes for the wide receiver, man. They just can't be. That has to be gone. The whole running routes for players has to be gone because you don't know what they're going to do. They could go left, they could go right, they could turn upfield, they could stop. I mean, you can't... This is just for... We're just going to try to score for morale purposes. We're not celebrating. What's there to celebrate? All right. We'll call timeout here. It's all morale stuff. See, look it. We're able to do stuff when it's zone. No, I agree. Joshua, you're 100% accurate with your assessment. Oh my god, can't even scramble. No, I pressed the wrong button. I don't know why I pressed triangle, but that was definitely not where I wanted to go with the football. I wanted to go to the right side of the field. I wanted to go R1. I just pressed triangle for some reason. I don't know why. Wanted to go R1. Let's make the 4th down attempt easier. Oh, I don't have any timeouts. I thought I had timeout left. I only called 2. I don't remember when I called the other one. Oh well. That was a fun game until it wasn't, man. That was a fun game until the bullshit. That's EA, man. They don't know how to make the game on the difficulty levels challenging outside of juicing the CPU players. I've been saying for years, difficulty levels shouldn't be boosting the CPU speed and awareness and acceleration to make them challenging. It should be how the CPU operates. So like if you're playing on freshman difficulty, the CPU play calling is going to be very generic, very vanilla. They're not going to run stunts. They're not going to run shells. They're not going to audible at the line of scrimmage. They're not going to hot route. They're not going to do any of that stuff, right? As you work your way up in difficulty, the CPU play calling expands. They're going to call way more creative stuff. They're going to give you different looks on offense. They're going to give you different looks on defense. They're going to run their shells. They're going to run their stunts. They are going to audible on defense. They're going to audible on offense. It should be just a schematic thing. But the players should be, regardless, if they're a 90 speed on freshman, they should be a 90 speed on Heisman. If they have an 85 awareness, that should be an 85 awareness on freshman and an 85 awareness on Heisman. If their man coverage should not change from freshman through Heisman. It should 100% equal intelligence. So, and people would say, well, how do you make freshmen easier for the people who aren't very good at the game? Well, if it's tied to intelligence and they're calling plays, CPU wouldn't call a ton of man. They're going to call more zone where you can pick it apart a little bit. To me, it's really not that hard of a concept. Purdy wasn't bad this game. The one interception he threw, I think, again, the CPU was just cheating. We broke it down. It's cheating. 24 for 39, 61%. 29 of 39 for Fowler Nicolosi. 74%, 2 touchdowns. This number, for those who haven't been here the whole time, was heavily inflated by a 92-yard pass. That brings him down to 300 yards, right? And then he also had like an 80 or 75-yard touchdown pass too. You can't pick a zone apart no matter what difficulty, so I hear you, man. You can't pick apart a zone, but how do you throw against man when they're mirroring your outs, you know? So you've been so involved in 2K, I forgot about this game. What you been doing on 2K, bro? They didn't run it a lot. Colorado State isn't known for it, though, right? I guess they did run it. They ran it 20 times? And he only had 2.2. I don't even remember that. It felt like he was running better than that. It really did. He only had a long of 5. That's crazy. It really felt... the fact that they ran it 20... Not just 20 times. They ran it 31 times. I will say, look at the balance, though. 39 pass attempts. He did... It was a couple more than that because he took... We sacked him 5 times. So it was really 44 attempts. But he had some designed runs, too. He had 4 designed runs. That's a really good run-pass ratio. Now, these numbers... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Attempts. There we go. I was looking at yards as the attempts. I'm an idiot, you guys. Ignore everything I just said. They didn't run the ball very much. He had 6. He had 5. He did not run it for very much. 2.2. Colorado State's not a known running the football team. Louisiana Tech ran it much better. We ran the ball pretty well. Ramseur, 14 for 50. Turner, 11 for 69. Kai Woods, 3 for 23. And Hayes had 2 for 19. Overall, though, I mean, you look at it, that's 25 rush attempts plus another 5. That's 30. We ran the ball 30 times for 119 plus another 19 is 138 plus 23 is 150. 62. 61? 30 for 161 if my math is right. I might be off. Forgive me if I am. You've been using my sliders and mixing with some ChatGPT recommended truth insiders. Nice. We got a huge 2K project going on, man. If you haven't seen the video, I got ChatGPT completely redid tendencies for all the players based on real life data. Got the PDFs for all the teams. The rosters are being edited. ChatGPT is also doing that for player ratings. We ran scripts and we pulled all player statistical data for the last 3 years for all the various things, passing, shooting, whatever. It's been uploaded. ChatGPT has been running analysis and data on that for a week to create the formula for 2K on the 25 to 100 scale that replicates real life data. And it still has some more time to go. I've been getting updates. It had like 8 steps you need to go through. We're on step 6 right now. But we're going to have a very realistic ratings formula based on real NBA data in the coming days. And then we're going to have a new roster to reflect that. We did sack him 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4.5, 5. There's there. Did they sack us 1 time? Yeah, the Wildcat did go pretty well. I mean, you know, the game got out of hand there at the end, but when we were down 24-17, you look at it like, well, at that point we were down 24-17. They had a psychic DB pick six that gave them 7 points. So that could have been 24. That could have been 17-17. We had a drive all the way down to the 2-yard line. We went for it on 4th and goal, got stopped. Could have had some points there, right? There's just some things, you know, ball bounces a different way or whatever. There were opportunities there to win that game. Yeah, sim ahead. Our offense looked a lot better. That's for sure. But we're not winning games to help recruits come to us. But we get to go play a winless Tulsa team. Next. What I'm telling you is that ChatGPT is like doing homework. If you get it the right way, yeah, man. I told it what I wanted. I said I want to create realistic player tendencies. Well, for both of them, I told tendencies, and I had to listed out every single individual player tendency. I told it cannot pull data from anywhere on any other creator, like from any other source. It has to be generated from real life data only. And we pulled data, it ran formula, and we got the tendencies. Did the same thing for the ratings. I made a video on it where we used Python. We created scripts to pull data from like Basketball Reference, NBA.com, whatever, so we could pull scripts, get the file, upload it to ChatGPT, so it has all the files for all the different factors of game, you know, like vertical, dunk, like it went in depth, man, like how often a player drove for a dunk. Like we pulled all that stuff. They have all the analytical data online. And so yeah, just ran a ton of scripts, pulling all that different data, uploaded it for ChatGPT, and it's just been compounding the data and translating it into a ratings formula that fits 2K in the 25 to 100 scale. Once it's done, that'll get implemented in the roster, and we'll have the whole roster done. At this point, it's the 25th of January. Tendencies, like I said, take 2 hours per team to edit. We're the roster team that's on the Discord. We got the whole Western Conference done. I think we have 3 Eastern Conference teams done. And then we'll have to do the ratings edits once that's done. Ratings take much less time. Takes about 30 minutes to do a team. So I'm thinking this will all be done and ready for everybody by the All-Star weekend. And it'll be potentially revolutionary. That's what I'm hoping for anyway, is that we get something revolutionary out of this, because if we do, then, you know exactly where to start with NBA 2K27. I already dropped the coaching. I had ChatGPT do it as well for coaching tendencies. So for all the coaching tendencies for like run plays frequency, help defense, their point of emphasis, everything. I had ChatGPT pull data for. We did the same thing. Scripts for coaches, pulled all the data per 100 possessions, put it into a formula, put it for regular season, put it for playoffs, got all that. That's out there for everyone to have access to. I'm not posting the PDFs for the player tendencies or the ratings publicly, though. That's just going to be a me thing. Otherwise, people will just, you know how it is. People will just take what you do and they'll do it and they'll claim it as their own. I've already seen it happen several times this year. So, but yeah, I'm super excited for what we got going on with college football. We're going to drop the new Madden CPU versus CPU sliders video. That's going to go live today. Yeah, I got some big things going on, man. Got some big things planned. So, disappointed in our team. We're 0-2 in both our franchises. We just need to win a game somewhere. Really want to win a game here. We really need to win a game against Tulsa. We need to win a couple games here to lock up some recruits. I got some recruits that are just right there at the edge, and I feel like if we were to win a game, then they would commit, and then I could, work on some other guys, but I haven't had anybody commit, even though the bar is just pretty much there. So we need to win a couple games to help that out. But we're gonna wrap up the stream. It's 1 o'clock. I'm hungry. I need to eat some food. Work on some videos later. I know we got conference championship football games in real life. I'm not gonna try to compete with that, because I know that people are gonna want to watch that, lock in, So I don't know when we're gonna have another live stream, but I definitely got some uploads coming for you guys in the coming days. So make sure you have the notifications on so you don't miss out on that. Otherwise, y'all, have a great Sunday. Thank you for coming through, hanging out with me for a while. I'm sorry I didn't get the win, but hopefully you guys were entertained and enjoyed the gameplay to an extent. And we'll come back next time we're live and playing. But until then, y'all, peace.